The process of a volcano. What is a volcano? A volcano is a big mountain that sometimes gets very angry and erupts. Imagine you have a big bottle of soda and you shake it up really well. What happens? The soda starts to fizz and bubble, and eventually it might even spray out of the bottle. A volcano is kind of like that bottle of soda. It's a mountain that has special liquid rock called magma inside of it. Sometimes the magma gets too hot and bubbly and it starts to come out of the mountain. That is called an eruption. When a volcano erupts, it can send ash and rocks flying into the air. It's like a really cool, but also a little scary natural fireworks show. But don't worry, volcanoes aren't always erupting, and scientists keep a close eye on them to make sure everybody stays safe. Magma formation. Do you know what happens when you heat up something? Like a cookie in the oven. It gets soft and melty, right? Magma is just like that. But instead of a cookie, it's the Earth's rocks that get heated up. Deep, deep inside the Earth, there's a special place called the Earth's mantle. It's like a big, hot oven that melts the rocks. When the rocks get hot enough, they start to melt and turn into a liquid. That's magma. Imagine you're playing with Play Doh and you heat it up in your hands. It gets soft and squishy, right? Magma is just like that Play Doh, but it's made from the melted rocks. Let's talk about magma's big adventure. Remember how we said magma is like melted Play Doh? Well, when magma forms deep inside the earth, it wants to rise up to the surface. Imagine you're blowing bubbles in a glass of soda. What happens? The bubbles rise up to the top, right? Magma is just like those bubbles. It's lighter than the rocks around it, so it starts to rise up through the earth. As it rises, it finds paths to follow, like cracks and tunnels. It's like a little magma train chugging along. Finally, when the magma reaches the surface, it can create a volcano. Types of eruptions. Well, when magma comes out of a volcano, it can create a special kind of eruption called an effusive eruption. Effusive means flowing out. Imagine you're playing with a big bottle of honey. You tip the bottle over and the honey flows out slowly and smoothly. That's kind of what happens in an effusive eruption. The magma flows out of the volcano like a slow moving river of fire. An effusive eruption is not explosive like some other eruptions, but it can still create new land and make the volcano grow bigger and bigger. Isn't that cool? An explosive eruption. When magma gets too hot and bubbly, it can create a big explosion. Imagine you're shaking up a soda bottle and then quickly open it. Boom! It's kind of like what happens in an explosive eruption. The magma builds up the pressure and then explodes. Ash and rocks fly high into the air and it can be really loud. It's like a giant firework explosion, but it's a natural event that happens when a volcano gets too excited. Don't worry, volcanoes are amazing and scientists help keep us safe during these eruptions. Let's talk about volcano warning signs. Imagine you're playing outside and you see some big fluffy clouds. You might say, "Oh, it might rain soon." Volcanoes have warning signs too. Here are some of them: rumbling noises like thunder, but it's the volcano growling; shaking ground like an earthquake, but it's the volcano getting ready to erupt; steam and gas like a big steamy breath from the volcano; changes in the volcano shape like a big bulge or a new crack; increased heat like a warm hug from the volcano. That means the area around you gets hotter. There are also fluffy clouds that tell us something might happen soon. Scientists watch for these signs to keep all the people around safe. Isn't it cool that volcanoes give us warning signs? After the eruption, ash and rocks fall back to earth. Environment is affected and animals might leave the area. People might need to evacuate before and or after an eruption. Relief teams help those that are affected. After a while, the environment starts to recover. It's like a big storm that passes, and then nature starts to heal itself. Volcanoes in South Africa. South Africa has several volcanoes, including active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, and extinct ones. Some of the active volcanoes in Marion Island, located in the Indian Ocean, is the only historically active volcano in South Africa, with eruptions in 1980 and 2004. Prince Edward Island, also in the Indian Ocean. These islands have volcanic features and are considered part of South Africa's volcanic landscape. Dormant volcanoes. Pilansberg, a dormant volcano located in the northwest province of South Africa. And then Salpeterkop, a dormant volcano in the Western Cape province. South Africa has a total of two Holocene volcanoes, which are volcanoes that have been erupted in the past 10,000 years. Making your own volcano at home. What do you need? A cup, 2 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid, 1 cup of white vinegar, 4 heaped teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda, and a few drops of red food coloring. Mix the vinegar, food coloring, and dishwashing liquid together. Then pour this liquid into the bicarbonate of soda and see the magic happening.
Thanks for watching. Follow Teacher B Remedial 101 on TikTok.